Hello again, dear friends. Today we're going to look at the Befaco Even VCO, which I built kind of recently. Lots of soldering. I already hate the sight of resistors. Let's get into it. So, as you can see on the front panel, we have an octave selector, or footage control, that goes from 32 feet to a 16th. We have a fine-tune control, sync, frequency modulation, 2 volt per octave inputs. Pulse width, which only works on the square/pulse out, and a manual control, should you desire. We have sawtooth, triangle, sine, square, and this even output, which is a waveform that has emphasis on even harmonics. Imagine a sawtooth with more sub. We'll hear it later. So, as you can see on the left, I've got the sawtooth output going to the input of my filter, and the filter's going out to this output module, which is going into my interface. Low level, just have it without any drive, no resonance. Let's hear, this is on 4 feet, let's hear that. Now what I'll do is sweep through all the octave settings. It's 32 feet down there. We'll try it out as an LFO later. Hopefully you can still hear that and your ears aren't terrible and you've lost all the high end. You are listening on headphones, aren't you? Going to test all these different waveforms with a wide open filter, no resonance, no drive, go through all the octaves. This is triangle, starting on 32 feet. Can't hear anything at all, but we shall try it as an LFO, like I said. Let's try the sine. A 16th of a foot. There we go, 32. I can hear it on my headphones just about on the 8-foot control. Setting, sorry. Now, pulse width. There we go. There we go, on 32 feet. Again, we'll try this as an LFO. Cool. That's on the 4-foot setting. Let's have some PWM. Nick Bat from Sonic State. Enjoy. As you can see, I have an LFO lined up over here. Let's get some PWM. Got the mutable instrument CV PAL, which I made today, controlling the Even VCO through its volt per octave input here, and the gate is opening up the filter a bit. So using my Korg monologue, I can be a terrible keyboard player, but we can have a look at how the Even VCO tracks pitch. A chap on the Eurorack DIY synth group on Facebook, I say there's probably quite a few, but he was asking how well the Even VCO can hold pitch and how it's calibrated and stuff. Did all the calibration myself as well as I possibly could using a variety of different tuners, pedal tuners, the one in Logic, and as accurate a multimeter as I have access to, and it is currently working as best as it can. So I can also bring up the audio for the Korg monologue, so we can see how the Even VCO tracks pitch and compare and all that. So let's get them in tune first. There we go, that's just using the fine-tune control. This is a patch that I made on the monologue, which sounds something like this. So, let's see what we can do here. So we've got the Even VCO. Bring in the monologue. So, I'm at the middle octave selection on the monologue. I have a range of that, and I'm going to scroll down and up and see what happens. I'm going to put the Even VCO on 2 feet. I changed my mind, 4 feet, because then they're in the same octave. Let's see what we can do, starting at the monologue's lowest octave setting. Okay, so I found the cutoff point where the CV PAL actually outputs the right pitch. You can hear they're in tune there, a little bit of the whole analog drifty kind of noise, but that's to be expected. Another octave up. And another one. Another. And you can hear where the CV PAL stops transmitting pitch. So what we're going to do now is we've got the Even VCO on 1/4 of a foot. We're going to go back down and see how it handles tracking pitch in the higher octaves. There we go, that's where CV PAL is going to start working. Let's go. I think that reflects sort of regular use. I'm not sure, because I haven't actually calculated or checked or anything, if it agrees with Befaco's claims on their website of, what's it, like 3 cents over certain octaves and letter like C4 or whatever. But I think it works pretty well and should be okay for at least 3 octave kind of spanning sequences. So, next, as promised, we are going to use the Even VCO as an LFO in the 32-foot position using the different waveforms. I'm also going to take the fine-tune control all the way down, just so I can get it to go as low as possible. I'm putting the outputs into the attenuated CV in on the filter. We've got the Music Thing modular chord organ sitting over here, which is going into the filter to provide the noise for this situation. That is Sawtooth. You can hear that it's not the most stable frequency-wise at this low setting. Let's try triangle. Even. Sine. Right, so I'm just going to play the Even VCO in a melodic sense. Excuse the wobbling of the camera. "10 points if you know what tune that is. I buggered it up. Let's go a bit higher on the octave selector. buggered it up again, but you get the idea. It's very useful, not useful, very usable, and it was cheap, and I enjoyed making it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks.